Another story now on the programme, something rather different, and the verdict in Tariq Ramadan's rape trial, which is to be delivered today. The trial of the well-known Islamic scholar has been taking place here in Paris, but Ramadan himself, who is a Swiss national, has not attended the trial. Instead, he is being tried in absentia. His lawyers say he's been subject to a witch hunt. With me now, Angela Diffley, to talk about this story. Angela, Tariq Ramadan has already been convicted of rape in Switzerland, and for this trial, he hasn't attended at all. Tell us about why not.
Yes, so he was convicted in Switzerland. He is in hospital there for much of the time. He suffers from multiple sclerosis, and his medical team said that he would be unable to attend the trial. In France, two court-appointed medical advice was sought from two court-appointed medical people. They judged that he was able to attend, that he hadn't had any flare-ups, if you like, in his multiple sclerosis for some time and would have been able to attend the trial. As a result, the judge decided to go ahead. His lawyers walked out, said the trial was a parody of justice, and that has, of course, fueled arguments among his supporters that there is something of a witch hunt again against him. To look at the three women involved in this case, there are three women. The first woman uses the name of Christelle. He is accused of aggravated rape on a vulnerable person. She had crutches. There is another woman, that was in 2009. There is another woman in 2016, who wishes to remain anonymous. And the most famous is Henda Ayari, who, after the Me Too movement came forward, she had been a Salafist Muslim and then became a big supporter of France's strong separation of the state and religion and keeping religion largely out of the public space. And she accuses him of rape too. And, you know, so this trial and these trials going on for many, many years have taken place against a vicious social media background, with supporters and critics of Ramadan, against the background of women's rights, particularly in the light of the Me Too movement since 2017, and also against a background of this is all about the place of Muslims in France. So it is much more than a traumatic rape case concerning the women involved. It has an extra dimension because of that.
And look, Tariq Ramadan, he's not just some obscure Islamic theologian. In France, he's really well known, isn't he?
Yeah, he appeared a lot on television, particularly, from, 2000 onwards, right up until these allegations were made. He also has been an academic in various countries, was at Oxford University as an academic just when the allegations were made public. But he's often seen on French television. He's fluent in French and English. He was born in Switzerland. And he is a very elegant, calm, good debater. And at a time when there was a lot of worry and a background of Islamist fundamentalist terrorism, a lot of his supporters appreciated this this public face of Islam. And to many people, he was someone to be respected. That said, his detractors pointed out that he is the grandson of the founder of the Brothers of Islam. That doesn't, reflect necessarily on him, but he is from a strong tradition of fundamentalist Islam. And very famously, in 2003, he was in a debate, as it happens with Nicolas Sarkozy, and he called for a moratorium on the stoning of women who committed adultery. He didn't feel able to call for a ban, and that showed loudly and clearly that women's rights are absolutely not a priority. There was an outcry after that, and thereafter people made up their minds about him as to whether or not he was a suitable representative for the Muslim faith.